Yo, what's up? Welcome to OG Lowe's Hangout Corner. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell, aka OG Lowe. And just like I told you earlier, it is raining cats and dogs up here in Burlington, North Carolina. I, I mean, it's been raining all day, and and please, if you can, try to stay dry, cause it's wet out there. Cause I know it's a lot of rain up here in Burlington, North Carolina. And I think it's South and North. I think it's South Carolina and Georgia too as well. But I know it's up. I know it's doing the thing up here. And oh well, yeah. How y'all doing? I'm all right if y'all all right. And before I get started, I'm just gonna say today Friday. I ain't really got that much to really got so much to talk about. But I'm just on here having fun. So whatever comes up will come out. But it's gonna be good. Yes, I know. Got tonight, the Braves game tonight. They play in San Diego and WWE SmackDown. That's on tonight. Y'all know I'm a big wrestling fan. Y'all know it too. So I probably watch. I probably tonight. I know I'm gonna watch wrestling, but as far as baseball, probably switch back and forth on my tablet or whatnot, or maybe on my laptop. Who knows? Shoot, do what I want to do. It's Friday. You know what though? Like I said, since it's raining cats and dogs outside, I'm just gonna find something to do while I'm on the inside, especially after I go after the night when I'm through going live. Watch wrestling, spend time with my sugar bump, and just chill out. And like I said, I mean, we're not gonna let that rain stop us from nothing. Stop us from nothing. Shoot, it's all about having fun. It's Friday. Shoot. Y'all know back in the day when our parents rain, sleet, snow. When they wanted to go out, they went out. Shoot, shoot. But I know they used to go out all the time. But shoot, but when I got old enough to decide to want to go out, shoot, I hung out too. And I remember when they used to get home late in the middle of the night or whatever. Then we started coming. Then I started coming home late in the middle of the night or whatever. But I still called in while I was out. But to be honest with you, I used to let them know before I leave. I might not call, but you know where I'm at. So I'll be back late on the night. If some change, I'll call. That's how we used to do it. And then I had a buddy I used to I hung with constantly. We went to school together, worked together, and we still buddies to this day. But now he's still in Georgia. I'm still up here in North Kakalaki. Well, I moved up here in North Kakalaki. He didn't believe I was gonna do it, but I guess I made a believe out of a whole lot of people because I'm here. Like I told them before, I might be an official resident of North Kakalaki, but Georgia will always be on my mind the whole day through. But hell yeah. And speaking of wrestling, they got at 10 o'clock, AEW. I mean, yeah, Rampage. I give you some of my ratings. But I like to watch it on demand, TBS on demand, TNT rather. But to be honest with you, I like them both. I like WWE and I'm trying to give AEW a chance because a lot of the talent did come from WWE, but it was a lot of old talent too, way back from WCW. And like Chris Jericho, don't get it twisted. Even though he was in WWE, he was also in WCW as well. Y'all remember he was real young. I remember he had longer hair. He was a lot bigger. Like I say, he was young. And back then, like I said, WCW was good to watch back then because, like I said, it had more excitement. WWF until the Rock Stone Cold and all them came along. That's when Undertaker, he was there, he was a mainstay. But they didn't start getting better to The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H even made it better. I mean, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, but then they jumped ship and went to WCW. Remember? New World Order. Yeah, you remember back and forth when a lot of talent from WWF was jumping ship to WCW. Ted Turner was really trying to get the ratings. But then Ted sold it to Jim Herd and said, well, shoot, I don't know. Well, I know Jim Crockett sold it to Jim Herd, Ted Turner, and then somehow WCW just went down. This man ended up buying them out. And ever since then, life was miserable. Psych, just kidding. Life went on. But WWE became like the only game in town at one point. But then later on during the years, Cody Rhodes, yeah, he was really the founder of All Elite Wrestling. Man, why did you give up that title, man? I know you wanted to come back to wrestling. I know everybody wanted him to beat Roman Reigns and WrestleMania. But y'all know how that is. Politics plays a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? They have their picks. But even though Roman Reigns is the moneymaker right now, but honest to God, to be truthful with you, it's time for somebody else to hold the belt. I mean, on the real, it's time for somebody else. I mean, let somebody else have a turn. I mean, everybody deserves a shot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know everybody don't deserve it, but the ones who do, give somebody else a chance to hold the title. It was bad enough that we had champions like Ric Flair who held the title. I mean, one thing, sometimes it's cool for the rule breakers to keep it, but sometimes, a lot of times, everybody like the good guys, and everybody like to see the bad guys get their butt kicked. So people don't know what they want these days. I mean, it's so messed up and ass backwards or what now. I mean, society is messed up pretty bad. People don't know what they want. Some people just not satisfied, and some sanctified till they're not satisfied. But guess what though? I don't care about all that because people gonna do what they want to do and be what they want to be. Personally, I don't care. I'm just like I said, live and let live. I'm doing me. I'm doing Carlos. I'm doing what's best for Carlos. And like I said, and I'm happy. I'm more happier than I ever been in life. And I was chatting with a friend of mine earlier today. He told me the way it looked like I enjoy it up here in North Carolina. Yeah, I do. I do enjoy it up here. It's very peaceful. It's less stressful, slower paced, and it's not so many. I mean, and it don't have so far. I mean, you barely hear. I mean, it's crime everywhere, but it's not as bad as Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Greensboro, Greensboro, Charlotte, High Point, Raleigh, Durham, Fayetteville. You know it's crime everywhere. But we don't have to. I mean, over here where we are, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool area where we are in Burlington. I mean, everybody got. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Every city, every state, everybody got their good and bad. Everybody got their assholes, and everybody got good people. Like I said, it's good and bad with everybody. No matter where you go, I mean, it's always something going on, good or bad, every state. So, but it seems like the South, I don't know what to say about us. well, especially Georgia. Now, now, one thing about it, growing up in Atlanta, as a kid, everything was cool. It was a lot safer. Parents cared, where you growing up, but shoot, I'm gonna be honest with you. Atlanta was a pretty cool city at one point. It was like Chocolate City. Because there was a lot of brothers and sisters wanting to come to Atlanta especially in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Atlanta was where all the blacks was trying to come up back then. But Atlanta was a good city. At one point, well, you could have a chance to come up in Atlanta. Now, but after the Olympics and after Hurricane Katrina or whatnot, and we start. There's a lot of them aliens. From other states coming from. Especially, I'm not gonna call them out, but they come over here making our city look bad. Trying to make asses out of themselves, going around robbing and stealing. The hurricane must have been that bad. I know the hurricane was bad, but man, they should have went somewhere. They should, other than Atlanta, they should have went to Texas. A lot of them went to Texas. They should have went west. But I guess a lot of people trying to move from the West Coast, from what I hear. Like, I remember back in the day too. A lot of brothers I heard back in the day, other than New York and Chicago, a lot of people wanted to California. Everybody wanted to go. They wanted to be movie stars, singers, and all that. But now, I'm glad I know what I know now. And I'm glad I didn't fall into that trap I'm glad I didn't fall being no child star and being no former child star, former child idol or nothing like that, because, man, after all the stuff I heard and all the SHIT I heard, and it was unbelievable. At one point, I thought it was unheard of. But as I got older, it wasn't no surprise. When I heard about all the BU, cricket letter, sugar honey, iced tea that was going on in the entertainment industry, music, and like acting or whatever. But you know what really puzzled me? Everybody was looking at the dollar signs before they got ready to sign. They were too busy thinking about them dollar signs and weren't thinking before they signed. And on top of that, too, from what I also, to my understanding, you're not supposed to sign anything without an attorney present. And a lot of people so crooked in the industry, they wouldn't tell the singer that they so greedy. The stars are so vulnerable. They think about the money, but they don't know who you signing with. So greedy, they ain't got nothing. They don't have your best interest at heart. They just want to use to drain you. That's why I am so glad I didn't fall for that. Didn't fall for that trap. I wanted to follow my dream at one point, but I just couldn't follow that trap anymore, because I realized and I saw and I heard what went on. How lives was ruined and all that jazz, and then found out there was a lot of predators in the industry, and that didn't sit too well with me. So I said to myself, it's not even safe in the industry. God help. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took my paternal grandfather's advice to heed, because what he told me and said to me scared the sugar honey iced tea out of me. So I'm glad he told me that, because I probably would have been one of them. same so-and-sos that would have that I would have fallen for that trap. And I'm glad when I graduated high school, I did what I supposed to have done, and not what I shoulda, coulda, woulda done. But I will tell you this though. I mean, growing up, going to high school, we all have dreams, we all have goals, we all have, what we want to do, what we really want to do in life. But sometimes God don't. God, that's not how God planned. Like, everything don't go as a part of it. Go on His plan. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make you feel less than a man. So if you if you if you f up, if you don't succeed and you f up, just try again. Maybe the next time you'll win. Cause I had to say that to myself. So, and like my fiance told me, you don't get. She said that's one thing about you. You gonna before you gonna might not do done when you want it, but you will figure. She told me I figure stuff out. It might take long, but I eventually figure it out. I said that's what she said. You don't give up. I said I really don't. One thing about it, I could try. All I can do is the best I can and try, and like they are, like I was always told, even growing up as a kid, if you don't try, you fail. At least try. And so guess what? If I'm not gonna fail, you know why? I'm not gonna not try. I'm gonna try. And if I mess up, if I don't succeed, try again. If it don't work, find something else. Try something else. Got to try something. Got to do whatever works for me. I got to do whatever works for me. Got to do what's best for me. But I'm not gonna hurt myself trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out the way and try to hurt myself. However fit to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the righteous way and the way it's supposed to be. And that's how I should. That's way that's how I'm supposed to roll. But I just want to mention too, living up here, like I said, I've seen I've seen quite a I've seen some moments up here, but not so much in Burlington. I've seen a lot of moments in Greensboro, Smithfield. I've seen some, yeah, mainly, and even in Gibsonville. Gibsonville kind of remind me of Mayberry, upgraded Mayberry. I mean, it's so quiet and looks so peaceful. But I wasn't there ride in town whistling the Andy Griffith tune. One of them good old boys might jump out and say, "Just them good old boys." And now, that would be one of them good old boys might jump out. I said, "Why are you whistling the Andy Griffith theme song?" I might say, "Cause I like it." But on the real, for real though, I'm glad that I never had that. I never had that issue with certain ones up here in Carolina. Because one thing about me, I'm not from here. I'm not trying to know I'm not trying to know people up here. I mean, I speak and keep going now. I know too many people in Georgia. That's why Georgia's on my mind. That's all I need to know. The ones who I know in Georgia. I mean, if I meet whoever, and then her and my stepdaughter and her kid, my son-in-law, and and they kids, them on the ones who I really know though like that. And then I got cousin in Fayetteville, friend in Fayetteville, and I got some coworkers up in Carolina as well, one or two old friends in Carolina as well. I'm giving everybody a shout out while I'm up in Carolina as well. So, and then like I said, and it's good that I'm here. But I told somebody, if I felt like this wasn't a comfortable move, I wouldn't have never made it my effort to come up here. So that lets you know something right here. The change is good. And I'm glad it did because, like I told my friend who said I enjoy it, yes, I do, man. I ain't gonna mention your name because I respect your privacy, but yeah, I love it up here in Carolina, man. Like I say, it's quiet. You can relax. You ain't gotta worry about nobody acting no fool. But the thing about it is, one thing about it, I just don't say nothing too many people up here because I'm somewhere. I'm this to me. They, to me, these are parts unknown. I really don't know nobody. I really don't know people up here. I really don't, and I'm like an outsider, so I got to be on. I got to stay on my p's and q's up here in North Carolina because I mean, it's not like Georgia. It's a whole different atmosphere. So I definitely got to be on my p's and q's. I'm still a new bird up here in Carolina. Now that's why I got out of Georgia to start over, get a have a better life, a good life. I mean, I'm not. I wasn't gonna say I wasn't gonna have a good life in Georgia, but but sometimes you got to get away from whatever's holding you back. So I felt like the system was trying to hold me back. So that's another reason why I left too. And then on top of that too, God said so. God permit. So that's why I left. And then I left for good reason. It honestly the right reasons. Because number one, I thank the Lord I found love again. And look, yes, we still are getting married. No, we haven't set really set a date yet, but we still are getting married. We just enjoying our let us enjoy. Well, we just want to enjoy our engagement because right now we just enjoying it. We want, and when we do, we want to do it up and we want to do it right. So we're not gonna and look, and we're not gonna rush. And one thing I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be difficult or anything, but please don't ask me when the date. We will when it comes, we will let y'all know, we will announce it way in advance. And when we do, we want y'all to make a note of it. So we let y'all know we're not rushing. We are acting accordingly like some people should. And that's how it's supposed to be. Act accordingly. Take your time, enjoy your engagement. And like I said, we just enjoying our engagement and we're enjoying ourselves right now. But close to my time is almost up. No commercials or nothing like that. Thank the Lord, y'all don't have to worry about that right now. But one day y'all will. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. One step at a time. But it's almost my time. My time is almost up right now. But I want to thank the ones who joined, who watched the pod, who watched me on YouTube Live. And if you have OG Lowe's Hangout Corner, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do and hit the subscribe button. And those who have, I appreciate you very much. But yes, it's almost like I said. Now, I might not, I might not. Now I'm just gonna say this. Tomorrow, Saturday, and I usually don't go live on weekends, but sometimes I might have a surprise pop up. So I, I might, if I do, I will announce it on Facebook. I promise you. But usually I go live Mondays through Fridays. Now if something else comes up like during the week, I will announce it because sometimes we do have technical difficulties, with the internet and with the internet, and we have something. We up here in Tornado Alley, so if we have a bad storm, it can knock out our internet anytime. But anyway, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in to OG Lowe's Hangout Corner with your host OG Lowe. But before I leave here, I just want to let y'all know that I just want to let y'all know it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain all. I know it's gonna rain all night, and it's supposed to rain up here tomorrow. But guess what though? So if y'all don't have to go anywhere, if y'all don't have to go out, please don't. And if you do, please stay safe. Please be careful by all means. But I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know that. By the way, tomorrow, I think tomorrow I might go. I might go live. I might if I do. I might do it twice. The two, like the 2 or 3 o'clock hour, and the 6 or 7 o'clock hour. So yeah, but sometimes, but who knows? If I do, I will announce it. But but like I say, I'm about to split, and you guys have a great weekend. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. I love you. God bless you all. Peace to fingers. I'm out of here like last year. Good night, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all that good stuff. Bye.